Hi, this is Ajay Minocha and welcome you to another episode of Apan Hyderabadi. Apan Hyderabadi में आपका हार्दिक स्वागत है. And it's a matter of coincidence that my last two guests were pretty elegant ladies. This time, I'm continuing the trend of Apan Hyderabadi being blessed with lady luck. I have not one, but two charming, pretty, elegant, and very professional and hard-working ladies. It's with great delight that I want to introduce Mona Jaisimha
Hi.
and Ritika Jaisimha.
Hello.
Welcome to my show, Apan Hyderabadi. My first question automatically is, before Jaisimha, what? Go one by one. Briefly tell us about your childhood. Any takeaways you've had from your parenting and how and when you came to Hyderabad, or are you from Hyderabad? Because the audience doesn't know, so go on.
Why don't you start? So I start because I'm the elder one. My father worked in a company called ICI, and he had a transferable job. So we traveled a lot. Obviously, with his job, he was transferred. Mainly, it was Bombay and then Calcutta. So I finished my school and my college in Calcutta. My father and my mother, as well as my grandparents, had a very social work bent of mind. And that was one of the things that I think has impacted me most in my life and the work that I like to do and the volunteering that I do, which is apart from obviously the work that I'm doing right now. I have known my husband Vivek Jaisimha all my life. My mother-in-law and my mother-in-law and my mother were in college in Hyderabad at the same time, and so they were like sisters. And so I have been coming to Hyderabad ever since I was a little girl. We got married over 36 years ago. So I have actually been in Hyderabad longer than I'd been anywhere else. My marriage to Vivek has been obviously very cricket-based in the sense that he traveled a lot. And I was in many ways a single parent to two boys who are now huge. 35 and 32, and it's been a fantastic ride so far.
Well, I'm Ritika Jaisimha, nee Malhotra. I'm an army brat, a complete army brat. My dad was in the Gorkha Rifles, moved to various places in India. He hung his uniform when he was in Hyderabad, and the reason was also because not only did my dad fall in love with Hyderabad, but also did my mom. And that is where I did my schooling. The major part of it was in Hyderabad, in army school. And how did I meet Vidyut? Well, in Hyderabad. Surprise, surprise. It was in Hyderabad, and we got married. And as Mondira said, got married to a cricketer. So he traveled a lot too. But fortunately, he was also there with me when, we had babies, and good father. And he encouraged me to do everything like my dad did, by the way, and my mom. So I've been very lucky and blessed that way. So that I've, been amidst people who are always encouraging and asking me, to go ahead and do whatever I'm passionate about. So that's it.
Right. Now we'll just, having finished the introductions, we'll shift gear to your professional front. Some questions are propping up on the personal front. We'll keep it for the end. Elder Aid is the umbrella under which you work. And obviously the name itself says that you assist elders. So just tell me or tell our viewers how Elder Aid, how the idea germinated that you associated with Elder Aid, and what is your individual company called? It's a Latin name. Go on.
Okay. So, interesting story. I was working for an organization where we did built awareness about HIV in the early to mid 2000s. And when the organization shut down in 2013, I found myself without a job and quite depressed in a way. And knowing that I had this kind of social work kind of bent of mind, Santosh Abraham, who is the present CEO, was then one of the founding partners of Elderaid with Dr. Vandana Nadig-Nair. And he kept contacting me. He's a friend of mine. He kept saying, Mona, you have to do something. You can't sit at home doing nothing, and please join us. And I kept saying, no, Santosh, I'm not interested. I don't know whether I really want to get into this. And years went by. And then during Corona, I got stuck. I went to see my father and my sister in Dehradun, and I got stuck during COVID there in Dehradun. And my father said to me, what are you doing with your life? You're just sitting at home doing nothing. Get up and do something. And I don't know why I thought of Santosh, and I rang him up and I said, Santosh, I've been thinking about what you've been saying, and would you be willing to partner with me? And he said, yes, of course. I've been waiting for so long. And then I spoke to Vandana as well. And then the first thought that came to my mind after that was, I can't do this alone. I have to do it with somebody. And then again, first person I thought was Ritika. I rang her up immediately and I said, Ritika, do you want to partner with me? Do you want to do this? And without batting an eyelid, she said yes. And that was it. And here we are almost 3 years later, where we've been a franchise of Elderaid. And the name, which Saturn name, is totally hers.
Yes, so the name Cura Servitium is a Latin name. And Cura means care and Servitium means service. And we thought, why not? Let's go with a Latin name, which is actually easy to pronounce, and that's how we came up with the name Cura Servitium.
Great. Cura Servitium. Okay, it's not so much of a tongue twister. Coming back to Elderaid, when did Elderaid start? I mean, this question is because it's a nice concept. I went through the website, etc., and I really liked what I read. So when was this started? How many franchises does it have today? And what are the plans, say, in the next 2, 3, 5 years? How many franchises more will be added?
Okay, so it started in 2015. So, we're in our 9th year right now. We have had up to 8 franchises. Unfortunately, at the moment, there are only 4. For one reason or another, they have shut down. But 4 have been steadfast, and those 4 are Bangalore, Hyderabad, Chennai, and Palakkad. We definitely have plans for expansion, and I'm using we as in Elderaid, not necessarily only Cura Servitium. Cura Servitium has plans of its own, which is separate from Elderaid. But all of it has to do with providing at-home services to the elderly, with a focus on those elderly or senior citizens whose children are not with them. So I don't only mean NRIs or those children who live in other cities in India, but also, for example, a child who works the whole day from leaves the house at 8 in the morning, comes back late in the night, and there are certain tasks that need to be done. For example, most importantly, taking them to the doctor. It becomes a whole day's job, like it is in many hospitals that you go to. By the time you sit down and get the appointment and wait for the doctor, and the doctor actually sees you, and it's a whole harangue. All of us have been through it with whether it's for ourselves or our parents. It's been it's a long thing. But then we also do small things like buy your groceries, pay your bills, help you with bank work, and most importantly, if there is an emergency, we respond immediately. So these are just some of the things that we do, and we hope to take it further so that we can include more people under our umbrella, to use the word that we do.
Right.